All right, we'd like to call our meeting to order at 4 p.m. And we'll move into 1.2 roll call.
President Angel Ann Flores. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Present.
Clerk Sophia Colon.
Present.
Trustee Donald Denier. Trustee Cecilia Mendez.
Present.
Trustee Alicia Rico. Trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Present.
Thank you.
Item 1.3, oral suggestions and comments from the community regarding open session agenda items in session 1 and closed session. Do we have any comments?
Yes, Vice President Stevens, we have one public comment. Individual speakers shall be allowed 3 minutes to address the board. The board shall limit the total time for public input on each item to 20 minutes. The first and only comment that we have for this section comes from Ms. Sylvia Cantu, and it's pertaining agenda item 2.3.
Oh, there it goes. I have a clarification question on 2.3. I know according to resolution number 2281, the job of Assistant Superintendent Educational Support Services was eliminated. I'm just double checking that that position is not one of these on 2.3. That was just my clarification question on that. Thank you very much.
Item 1.4, public employee discipline, dismissal, and release. Do we have any?
Vice President Stevens, there is none.
Okay, thank you so much. Item 1.5, announcement. We also have a green sheet. At the request of the Human Resources Department, the closed session board agenda item 2.2.7 library media assist position will be pulled off of closed session. And I'll go ahead and pass it over to Trustee Colon, who will let us know what we'll be doing in closed session.
Okay, so during closed session, 2.1, public employee appointment certificated. Government Code Section 54957, leave of absence, resignation, retirement, appointment. 2.2, public employee appointment, classified, leave of absence, resignation, retirement, rescind employment offer or appointment. 2.3, public employment, interim chief business official, interim assistant superintendent of student support services, assistant superintendent of student support services, assistant superintendent of educational services, assistant superintendent of human resources. 2.4, public employee appointment, professional expert coaches appointment. 2.5, conference with labor negotiator, district chief agency negotiators, Dr. Michelle Rodriguez, superintendent, employee organizations, STA, CSEA 821, CSEA 318, CSEA 885, SUSU, SPPA, Police Officers Association, USA, NUHW, and non-represented employees. 2.6, public employee discipline, dismissal, release. 2.7, conference with legal counsel, existing litigation, subsection D-1 of Government Code Section 5495619. L. Hernandez versus SUSD, OAH case number 2023040496. And lastly, 2.8, conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation. Significant exposure to litigation under subsections D-2 and E-3 of Government Code Section 54956.9. Claim number 575694. Claim number 57. It's the same number. 5694 and claim number 6237996 and claim number 62353. Can I ask a clarifying question? I see that we have two claims exactly the same number. Is that a duplicate or?
There's I believe an appraisal that goes along with it
Oh, okay.
that you'll see.
Okay, so there's supposed to be two numbers like that. Okay, gotcha. All right, thank you. Back to you, Vice President Stevens.
Thank you, trustee Cologne. We'll move to item 1.6 and we will recess to closed session at 4:06. So we'd like to reconvene the meeting at 5:30. We'll move into item 4.1. We will have trustee Donald Danair lead our Pledge of Allegiance. All rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Item 4.2, announcement of action taken in closed session, and that will be led by trustee Cologne.
All right, thank you. So, item 2.1, motion to approve public employee appointment certificated, leave of absence, resignation, retirement appointment. That better? Thank you. This is my first time. Thank you. Okay, motion to approve item number 2.1, public employee appointment certificated, leave of absence, resignation, retirement appointment. Approved, 4 yes votes from trustee Cologne, trustee Danair, trustee Mendez, and trustee Stevens. No votes, 1 abstention from trustee Zulueta, and 2 absent, trustee Flores and trustee Rico. Item 2.2, motion to approve public employee appointment classified, leave of absence, resignation, retirement appointment. 4 yes votes from trustee Cologne, trustee Danair, trustee Mendez, and trustee Stevens, with 1 abstention from trustee Zulueta and 2 absent from trustee Flores and trustee Rico. Item 2.3 was discussion only, no reportable action. Item 2.4, motion to approve public employee appointment, professional expert coaches appointment. 5 yes votes from trustee Cologne, trustee Danair, trustee Mendez, trustee Stevens, and trustee Zulueta, and 2 absent, trustee Flores and trustee Rico. Item 2.5, no reportable action. Item 2.6, motion to approve public employee discipline dismissal release. 5 yes votes from trustee Cologne, trustee Danair, trustee Mendez, trustee Stevens, and trustee Zulueta, with 2 absent, trustee Flores and trustee Rico. Item 2.7, motion to approve conference with, motion to approve L Hernandez versus SUSD case number 2023040496. 5 yes votes from trustee Cologne, trustee Danair, trustee Mendez, trustee Stevens, and trustee Zulueta, with 2 absent, trustee Flores and trustee Rico. Item number 2.8, motion to reject claim number 624353, with 5 yes votes from trustee Cologne, trustee Danair, trustee Mendez, trustee Rico, trustee Stevens, and trustee Zulueta, with 1 absent, trustee Flores. Motion to approve claim number 575694. 6 yes votes from trustees Cologne, Daener, Mendez, Rico, Stevens, and Zulueta, with 1 absent from trustee Flores. Then we have motion to approve claim number. I'm going to repeat this, 575694. 6 yes votes from trustees Cologne, Daener, Mendez, Rico, Stevens, and Zulueta, with 1 absent, trustee Flores. And then finally, motion to approve claim number 623799. 6 yes votes from trustees Cologne, Daener, Mendez, Rico, Stevens, and Zulueta, with 1 absent from trustee Flores. So thank you. Back to you, Vice President Stevens.
Thank you so much, trustee Cologne. We'll now move on to the order of the agenda. Item 4.3, and Yvette will read the oral announcement.
This is the opportunity for the Board of Trustees to make any changes to the order of agenda. Otherwise, the order of agenda will be as published. And Vice President Stevens, I believe there's a couple green sheet announcements.
Yes, we have 2 green sheet announcements at the request of Human Resources. There are adjustments to board agenda item 13.4 and 13.5. 13.4, Mr. Klappenbach's compensation as Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services will begin on August 1st, 2023. The salary will be $17,623.63 per month, plus $3,000 per year for master stipend. He will remain eligible for any applicable increases affecting the Management Confidential Unit. His benefits package and work year will align with all other cabinet members. Item 3.5, Mr. Glenn Daly, Gascott Rios, compensation as Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources will begin on July 12th, 2023. Her compensation will be $16,784.33 per month, plus $3,000 per year for master stipend. She will remain eligible for any applicable increases affecting the Management Confidential Unit. Her benefits package and work year will align with all other cabinet members. Those are both green sheet announcements. Are there any changes to the agenda, trustees? Anyone? Seeing none, we'll move to item 5.1, oral suggestions and comments from the community regarding open sessions agenda items.
Individual speakers shall be allowed
Oh,
3 minutes.
just a second.
Sorry.
We need a first and a second. I apologize. For the order of the agenda, is there a motion? Yeah. Okay, so yes. Okay. No, we need to approve the order of the agenda. Yes, we have to approve the order no
It's
matter
a-
what.
It's identified as an action item.
Yes. So is there a motion to approve?
I'll motion.
Motion by trustee Cologne. Is there a second? I'll second Stevens. Roll call vote.
President Angel Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenitha Stevens,
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon,
Yes.
Trustee Donald Daener,
Yes.
Trustee Cecilia Mendez,
Yes.
Trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
Trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with 1 absence from
Thank you.
President Angel Ann Flores.
Thank you. We'll move on to item 5.1, oral suggestion and comments from the community regarding open session agenda items. Are there any comments?
Yes, Vice President Stevens, there is one comment. And this one comment is pertaining agenda item 13.1, and it comes from Mr. Harpreet Shima.
Hello, everyone. So I understand we need some continuity in the CBO position, but this agenda item is honestly a slap in the face. $15,000 a month for this level of incompetence when our rank and file are cutting back on what they're asking for to keep our budget in line. But the incompetence is flowing down to the rest of the staff in the department. Procedures that I know we can do, I get told we cannot do during committee meetings. I ask if we can get a bulk export of POs on the people in the department, business services, purchasing, and accounts payable that have signed off on those POs. I get told you can't do bulk exports. The super is going to have to look at every single PO one by one to make sure who's actually filing them. The unions before had to delay negotiating their contracts, waiting for the interim budget. When it was done, the county came back with a scathing response, saying that over the next 3 years, the interim budget was 100,000 off compared to their numbers, or 100 million off compared to their numbers. And then during the budget committee meeting where we were talking about the county's response, Joanne threw the entire county office under the bus. And you don't have to take my word for it, just ask them. There's a lot of time and effort being put into switching to new systems now. But a lot of the blame is being put on, the system, when really it's the competency of the leadership in our business department. It's a deflection, and superintendent, you should know the business office, especially the CBO, can spin whatever tale they want, and everyone else basically has to take their word for it. But this is a problem from the top down. It's July. New leadership was put in charge over 6 months ago. Why don't we already have a new CBO? There's a potential for our budget to be a ticking time bomb, even more than it already is with declining enrollment. Trustees and leadership need to be more critical of what they're being told. There are a ton of people in this district who know a hell of a lot more about what is going on and what needs to be fixed, but you actually need to reach out and talk to them. Also, Joanne, I thought you were tired. Once in this district, can someone please keep their word?
That concludes public comment under 5.1.
Thank you. We'll move on to 5.2, oral suggestions and comments from the community regarding non-agenda items.
We have one comment regarding a non-agenda item, and it also comes from Mr. Harpreet Shima.
All right, more fun things. So SUSD received a letter from the California Department of Ed last month. In that letter, they address procurement policies and regulations to ensure that they comply with state and federal laws and regulations. It states that for board policies and admin regulations concerning this, that we're not meeting federal requirements, and that they don't identify requirements related to bid thresholds and small purchases. But while this letter states that we have to resolve the remaining deficiencies that the letter identified, otherwise federal program funds may be withheld. What that also implies is that we haven't been following those federal procurement policies this entire time. So in my opinion, what we need to do is a forensic audit of every PO, RFP, and RFQ that has gone through the district ever since John Ramirez was put in charge. All the POs that are above that federal threshold. And that's cumulative amounts. So you can't just break a vendor cost down a part school site or by school site and say that we're under the threshold limit. And for all of those, we need to go through and see what the federal requirements are, whether we met the requirements, regardless of funding source and type of purchase. Was there a competitive bidding process? Was it advertised appropriately, et cetera? If the formal process was not followed, do we have documented reasons for why it was not followed? And if we don't follow through with the process and pulled it, is that also documented? Because we know more than a few problematic contracts have come through besides just IAQ. For example, there was an issue with SCC and transportation, where the board argued that bypassing the bidding process was necessary because it was an emergency. But that emergency lasted for months, and the bidding process continued to be bypassed. And the state is going to go through our records with a microscope. Are we going to risk them potentially finding these old POs and RFPs that are not following federal guidelines, and let them be the ones that come to us with federal regulations or federal violations? We can't just adjust the board policies and admin regulations and move forward and act like nothing was done wrong up to this point. And as far as I know, we didn't run into these issues before John Ramirez became superintendent. And bringing in his own people and causing a lot of good people with good conscience and good abilities to leave. Most likely, if you ask the business office to conduct this, they're going to say we can't. The current system doesn't allow us to do it, and doesn't allow us to pull this information or some other similar bull. But that implies that the entire district was flying blind for years and years before Ramirez came in. And just by luck, they managed to run the district properly without running afoul of regulations. Now, we know that's not true. What we have are people who are being incompetent now and who are deflecting blame away from themselves and blaming software. It's ridiculous.
Thank you so much. Moving on to item 6.1, approval of consent items, and Yvette will read the oral announcement.
Does any trustee have any item they would like removed for separate consideration as an action item? After any items are removed for separate consideration, there will be a vote on the consent items without any discussion.
I'd like to move 6.7 to action, Madam Vice President.
Any others? Seeing none, is there a motion? Who made the motion? There wasn't a first. We need a first.
I'll make a motion to approve the rest of the consent agenda.
Okay, motion by trustee Zulueta, second by trustee Rico. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
President Angel Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon.
Yes.
Trustee Donald Nair.
Yes.
Trustee Cecilia Mendez.
Yes.
Trustee Alicia Rico.
Yes.
Trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with one absent, President Angel Ann Flores.
Let me see it here. Okay. All right, so we'll move into 6.7. Dr. Rodriguez, will you be providing a report?
So thank you so much. So part of the work that I try to do as a superintendent of schools is to have very transparent communication and succinct communication. So part of that is things like the 30-day progress report that I'm going to do, the 100-day state of the district, and then our additional states of the district. So this is a contract for someone who I have been working with the last several years. So if you actually look at some of the things that I produce, they're really high quality. It is a total of just 15,000. It's up to 15,000 for the entire year. I know that there was, I received word today that there was question regarding his licensing because someone had looked it up under his LCC. If you actually look at the paperwork which was submitted on the W-9 did have his new EIN number. And so he no longer utilizes the LLC. I did ask him for additional information so that he could prove that he uses the new EIN. And so I did upload because it didn't change the material position of the item. I did upload those two documents on there. So you are able to see the two IRS letters that shows that he does have a valid number that aligns with the W-9 that was uploaded on Friday. And so if you look at those numbers, those two numbers do match. And so I'm asking the board to allow me to have his services so that I can start the work with the 30-day progress report and then the other items that I want to be able to provide the community.
So Madam Vice President, I have two questions, if that's okay. The first one is I'm looking at this commercial general liabilities declaration. So is he using the single chair studio LLC or not? Because you're saying he's not, but then in his general liability declaration for his insurance, the name of the insured is single chair studio.
Yeah, so he is using single chair studio, but he's using it as a sole proprietorship. So he's no longer using the LLC entity.
And then my second question is, is he gonna be doing any of the work that currently our union members in Webpro Graphics that they would be able to have the capacity to do? We already pay them. A lot of the things that I'm seeing noted in here are things that I would understand to be things that they would do in their role. And so I wouldn't see the need to pay an additional $15,000 because we staff these people within the district currently, and they're union members of CSEA.
So I appreciate that. I think these are very specialized services. He also knows me very well, so he's able to produce at a really high level and quickly for me. And so I am asking for the support of the board. Generally, he helps with something about once every 6 weeks. And I do believe that he does really quality work. I'm not saying that our departments do not, but they have not to date. They have not produced the level of, say, the districts that I produce. And so what they do is a lot of the reproduction of what is presented to them, not necessarily the production of or the creation of. So
Okay,
they
thank you.
reproduce.
Any other discussion? Let's call for a motion. Is there a motion on the floor?
I'll motion.
Is there a second? I'll second Stevens. Roll call vote. Roll call
President
vote.
Angel Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Cologne,
Yes.
Trustee Donald Denaire,
Yes.
Trustee Cecilia Mendez,
It's only gonna be used just this time, isn't it? Thank you, yes.
Trustee Alicia Rico,
Abstain.
Trustee Raymond Zulueta.
No.
Motion passes 4 yeses, 1 no from Trustee Zulueta, and 1 abstention from Alicia Rico, and 1 absence.
Moving on, we have no items for 7.0, no items for 8.0. Moving on to 9.1, approval of first reading of board bylaw 9320, meetings and notices. Is there a report? Or a presentation? Is there a motion?
I'll motion.
Motion by Cologne. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Donaire. Any discussion? Is there a presentation? Seeing none. Okay, we'll move into a roll call vote.
President Angel Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens,
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Cologne,
Yes.
Trustee Donald Denaire,
Yes.
Trustee Cecilia Mendez,
Yes.
Trustee Alicia Rico,
No.
Trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes with 5 yeses, 1 no from Trustee Alicia Rico, and 1 absent.
Moving on to item 10.1, board committee reports, and Yvette will read the oral comment and announce each board committee for a report.
This is the opportunity to hear any report from board committees specifically regarding prior or upcoming committee meetings. There will be a 3-minute limit per report. The first board committee is City of Stockton Parks and Recreation, Trustee Donald Denaire.
Hello, good evening. So for the Parks and Recreation Commission, the last meeting, they talked about the 2023 swim schedule. Most swimming pools in the community in Stockton are going to be open until September 3rd. You can check out the City of Stockton website to see specific dates where they might be closed for repair. Another news is that the City of Stockton Community Service Department is having their annual National Night Out on August 1st, 2023. That's a Tuesday, 5 to 8 p.m. National Night Out is a free annual community building event. This year, there are 6 locations to choose from, including Lewis Park Softball Complex, Arnold Root Community Center, Oak Park Senior Center, Seaford Community Center, Stribley Community Center, and Van Buskirk Community Center. And that's my report. Thank you.
San Joaquin County School Boards Association Executive Committee, also trustee Donald Danair.
So Mr. Stephen Reed, our Public Affairs and Community Engagement Representative for the San Joaquin North Division of California School Boards of Association, invited us, myself, trustee Cecilia Mendez, to the regular San Joaquin North Division meeting that is scheduled for August 23rd on Zoom. And then he also invited us to a virtual presentation tomorrow morning that I've registered to. July 12th is the Budget Perspectives Workshop for the 2023-2024 Budget Act. This is led by the Capital Advisors Group and hosted with the San Joaquin County Office of Education. Thank you.
3x3 Committee by Clerk Sofia Colon.
Hello, everyone. So our next 3x3 committee meeting is going to be August 28th here in the boardroom at 5:30. That's all I have to report at this time.
1852 Foundation Committee, Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Sure. So the 1852 committee met and we went over our application process to make sure that we can revise the information there. We get lots of applications where they'll come in on Tuesday and the people with the money on Thursday. So we needed to make sure that our students and staff, they're going through the entire process, because now whenever we're sending our students out to events, they've actually become field trips. So that has to come to the board. So we do need the time to make sure that we can get the items to the board, get it approved, and then have a check cut for our students. And then we're looking at hosting our first 1852 Foundation fundraiser coming up soon. So you'll hear more about that. And our next 1852 committee meeting will be Monday, July 24th at 4 p.m. here at the district office.
Curriculum and Student Outcomes Committee by trustee Donald Danair.
I have no updates right now. The next meeting is August 16th, Wednesday, 5:30 p.m. at the district boardroom.
English Learner Committee, and I believe President Angel Ann Flores is the chair for that. I don't know if another member has a report for the EL committee.
Sure. Okay, sure. So we did meet. We met with our dual immersion schools. So looking at ways that we can really promote and market the great things that are happening at our schools. We're also making sure that we can provide services for our students, and then providing some Spanish services for our families. So our next EL committee is coming up on July 24th at 5:30 here at the district office. Thank you, ladies.
The next committee is Equity Diversity. President Angel Ann is also the chair. Does anybody, any other member, trustee Danair or Clerk Colon, have a report on that?
I apologize, I didn't prepare a report.
Safety and Student Conduct Committee, Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Sure. So we had a great meeting looking at what we can do to provide more safer campuses for our students, families, and staff. So we have one agenda item already here for this evening, making sure that everyone, that they feel not just welcome, but safe and secure when they come on our campus. We have some programs that are being piloted at our school sites. And then we're also making sure that we can get some of the items that are needed. Our staff, they're asking for cameras, they're asking for intercom boxes on the front gates, and then making sure that we can close some of the gates that need to be fixed at our school sites. So we're having conversations with both Dr. Rodriguez and Mr. Marcus Omlin to make sure that we can do everything in our power to secure our school sites.
Board Policy Committee also is chaired by President Angel Ann Flores. Does any other member of the committee have an
We do
announcement?
want to say that we are going to be looking closely at taking another look at our board policies on procurement. So we do have a meeting set up for Friday, the 14th at 4 p.m. here at the district office. So we're going to be bringing it back and looking through those more closely.
Budget Oversight Committee, Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Sure. So we met with both the budget team in full force with Dr. Rodriguez and the community. We looked at View and also had a demonstration to better provide equity for funding for all of our school sites and to make sure that we're able to track locally so that our site administrators have a better grasp on funding and positions happening at their school sites. And our next budget subcommittee meeting will be happening on August 7th here at the district office.
Transformative Justice Committee, Clerk Sofia Colon.
All right, well, just a reminder, our next meeting is going to be August the 14th here at the district office at 5:30. So look forward to having those discussions and diving back into a few of the resolutions we found pertaining to restorative justice.
Black Students Thrive Committee, Vice President Kenita Stevens.
So there was no meeting for the month of June. Our next meeting is July 19th here at the district office at 5:30.
Vice President, that concludes subcommittee reports.
Okay, thank you so much. We will move into item 10.2, brief reports on trustee activities, and Christina will read the oral announcement.
This is the opportunity for each trustee to make a brief announcement or to give a brief report on their own recent activities at the district pursuant to the Brown Act, Government Code Section 54954.2A3. There will be a 3-minute time limit per report. Thank you.
Thank you, and we will start with trustee Mendez.
Thank you. I would like to bring in, then yesterday we do have in Edison High School, a great meeting. Parents show up and I will have to admit the translators, they were very courteous. And they even jump in and they start writing down in Spanish, everything what the parents wanted. It was a lot of employees and they're also bringing their concerns, giving opinions. I have parents from San Joaquin, Dolores Huerta. I was very impressed and seeing some of the principals that I am, representing that area. I was very proud of them and it was good. It was peaceable. Parents, they were concerned and they bring everything to the front and they participated. I have to admit, it was a good day. Parents, they were there and that even wherever they were there, they make their voice to stand and write everything they wanted in the piece of papers and kudos for them and for the children they bring together. I'm very happy. And thank you for the ladies who were translating yesterday. They did a terrific job. And the water and all the necessities for the parents, they were there. Thank you so much. And I'm very proud of Edison High School, what we did there. And everybody, Melinda Mesa was there, our superintendent was there. It was good to see the parents in action and writing everything in their own language, and also to see employees discussing their problems and how they feel. Thank you so much for coming today. Some of the Edison staff is here, and thank you so much for welcoming me in Edison High School, and have a lovely evening, everybody, today.
Moving on to trustee Zulueta.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Just a quick one. I just want to say thank you to all of our ELOP and our after-school staff that worked throughout this summer, in addition to our admin and everyone else. But it's kind of an expectation for you all. For them, it's certainly an extended year of work. And I got to drop by a couple of my schools after making contact with Miss Mary Rogers, and it was just excellent to catch them on those last days of summer school. Tons of students, hundreds of students that before we weren't able to support them and their families over the summer with the program like this. And so it's really awesome to see those dollars being spent within our community that way, and to see the students just enjoying being children, running around, playing in the water, getting adults wet. It was a really awesome thing to participate, just briefly in and see. And I just wanted to say thank you to all our staff as we worked over the summer. And thanks again for you all being here this evening.
Thank you, Trustee Zulueta. Trustee Rico?
Good evening. Nothing to report at this time. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So I had the opportunity, I guess I've seen Dr. Rodriguez a lot. We've had many community meetings here in Stockton, just making sure that she has support for the work that she's going to lead. We are super excited just about having her on as our superintendent. A lot of you were there. Great relationships, great conversations about a call to action. How do we really step up for Stockton Unified across the board? And then the last thing, I've been able to meet with some of my sites to look at doing some events in the summertime, and then also looking for a PD for the school site. So super excited about providing PD to our teachers and our administrators who really want to do something different for the upcoming school year to close the achievement gap. So I will pass it over to Trustee Colon.
All right, thank you. So I'll also keep this pretty brief. I just want to remind the community that I am continuing to hold my own coffee hour. This Saturday, the 15th, I'll hold it at La Superior Mercado on Waterloo Road. So it's a new spot in Area 6. We were at DF Donuts for a while. Now we're here at La Superior. In the next few months, I'm going to be looking for another spot, but the days are always going to be the same. So it's always the third Saturday from 8 to 9 in the morning. So come join me. They have pan dulce there. It's really good. And there's a small little seating area towards the east side of the building that I usually set up in. So I look forward to seeing folks out. And then I just also want to remind the community that we're having our listening session with Superintendent Rodriguez on Friday, the 21st. So next Friday, not this Friday, but next Friday from 4:30 to 6 at the Chavez High School Theater. And then following that, I've organized a back to school supplies giveaway with some folks in the community. Donations are coming in. So as families come, we have our listening session, and then we'll be able to give away some school supplies as they leave. So again, that's next Friday, the 21st at 4:30 at Chavez High School.
Thank you, Trustee Colon. And Trustee Danair.
So on June 30th, Friday, I went to visit the Native American Indian Center. It was really cool. They had their last day of their summer youth program. Many of the students over time created instruments. They went and took field trips, including Alcatraz Island. They did some outdoor activities that day. They were also doing a water balloon fight, and I just stayed inside the whole time. And they also had I brought my niece and my nephew, and they really enjoyed the cotton candy popcorn machine and the snow cone. So I really appreciate Destiny Rivas for allowing us to come visit that day. And then I want to share the Area 5 listening session with Superintendent Dr. Rodriguez is on July 18th, Tuesday, 4:30 to 6 p.m. This is at Weber Tech's large conference room. I'm really looking forward to that. For community events, I launched my first community office hours. I'm really excited for this. The purpose is to allow myself to be accessible to SUSD and my Area 5 constituents. My first one was last Friday, July 7th at the Well Coffee Shop on Center Street. No one came, which is okay. It's my first one. So I'm hoping that I do this more folks will know. I really encourage y'all to come. I'm gonna be buying coffee for the first 3 constituents that come to talk to me. And I plan on having these community office hours twice a month on the weeks that do not have regular board meetings and in locations in Area 5 district. So hopefully, meeting the community where they're at, they will show up and we can have coffee and conversations together. The next one is July 20th, Thursday, 4 to 5 p.m. at Poppy Coffee. I'm going to be experimenting with different times just so that, parents and other folks can choose which times is most accessible for them to join. If you want to follow my Facebook and my Instagram for updates on that, my Facebook is Donald Donaire for Stockton Schools, and my Instagram is at Donaire, FORSUSD. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the plug, trustee Danair. So moving on to item 10.3, approval of minutes for the June 27, 2023 special board meeting. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve.
I second.
Motion by trustee Zulueta, second by trustee Mendez. Any discussion? Roll call vote?
President Angel Land Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon.
Yes.
Trustee Donald Danair.
Yes.
Trustee Cecilia Mendez.
Yes.
Trustee Alicia Rico.
Abstain.
Trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 5 yeses, 1 abstention, and 1 absent.
All right, moving on to item 10.4, approval to dissolve the superintendent search ad hoc subcommittee, establishing SUSD board president roundtable ad hoc subcommittee, and appoint trustees to the ad hoc subcommittee. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by
Second.
Zuleta, second by trustee Mendez. Any discussion? Roll call vote?
President Angel Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon.
Yes.
Trustee Donald Danair.
Yes.
Trustee Cecilia Mendez.
Yes.
Trustee Alicia Rico.
Yes.
Trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with 1 absent.
So we also need to make an appointment, or should we hold that for the president's role? Okay, we'll hold that for the president. All right, moving on to item 10.5, approval of expenditure for Stockton Unified School District Superintendent of Schools to attend the California Latino School Board Association Unity Conference in Long Beach, California, September 28th through October 1st, 2023. Is there a motion?
Make a motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Mendez, second by trustee Zulueta. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote?
President Angel Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon.
Yes.
Trustee Donald Danair.
Yes.
Trustee Cecilia Mendez.
Yes.
Trustee Alicia Rico.
Yes.
Trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with 1 absent.
Item 10.6, approval of resolution number 23-03, resolution on trustee compensation for missed board meeting. Is there a motion on the floor?
I'll make a motion to accept.
By
I'm
second
making the
Stevens?
second to accept it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Second by Stevens. Any discussion? Roll call vote?
President Angel Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon.
Yes.
Trustee Donald Danair.
Yes.
Trustee Cecilia Mendez.
Yes.
Trustee Alicia Rico.
Abstain.
Trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes with 5 yeses, 1 abstention from Alicia Rico, and 1 absent.
Agenda item 11.1, superintendent's report, Dr. Michelle Rodriguez.
Yes, thank you so much. So first, I'd love to just thank the board for all the support that I've received at the meet and greets. I know that many of you were there, so I so appreciate it. I have felt welcome, so I appreciate that. We did start the listening session, so thank you so much, Trustee Mendez, for being there at the listening session. I think it makes a difference when the board member is there, so I appreciate that attendance, and for everybody else for their shout outs for my for the listening sessions. So we're doing something pretty special in that we haven't done it for 3 years. So on July 31st, we're going to be inviting all staff, so all 4,000 staff members, to the Stockton Arena. I want to say a personal thank you to the city manager, Mr. Harry Black, for working with Ms. Mendez, Mesa, excuse me, Ms. Mesa, to provide us a highly discounted rate. So he's only charging us at cost for him. And so instead of it charging us a lot of money, it is not. And then I would like to thank Cindy Wildman for our coordinator of arts education, because she is helping us bring in the students and staff to really make it a celebratory event. And so we are going to have the teachers who went through our systems and is currently teaching mostly at Cesar Chavez and other school sites. Our mariachi teachers are going to be there performing, and then we will have our Cesar Chavez jazz band there as well. And then Ms. Mesa and I, we wanted to make it special, so she got to work and got donations that are really great. So at that event, people will also be able to win tickets to Disneyland, to Del Oso Family Farms, Six Flags, King's tickets. And so it's going to be super fun. We want to make it a real celebration and team building activity for all staff so that we kick off the year in a wonderful way. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rodriguez. Moving on to item 11.2, approval of purchase Catapult EMS Emergency Management System for Stockton Unified School District.
I'll motion to approve.
Second,
I second.
Stevens.
Oh, sorry. But
Any discussion? Roll call vote.
President Angela Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon.
Yes.
Trustee Donald Denaire.
Yes.
Trustee Cecilia Mendez.
yes,
Trustee Alicia Rico.
Yes.
Trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with 1 absent.
Moving on to item 12.1, approval purchase Apex Learning License and Services for the 2023-2024 school year. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to accept.
I
Second.
second.
Oops. Oh, who's second? That is Rico. Rico?
Me.
Trustee Rico, second. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
President Angela Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon.
Yes.
Trustee Donald Denaire.
Yes.
Trustee Cecilia Mendez.
Yes,
Trustee Alicia Rico.
Yes.
Trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with 1 absent.
Item 12.2, approval to purchase license to use Cyber High online curriculum for high schools during the 2023-2024 school year. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept.
I second. Cecilia Mendez.
Second by Cecilia Mendez. Any discussion?
I just have one comment. I'm just hoping that as we move forward, we get a lot more data from both of these programs, so that we can make sure that as we move forward, we can make the appropriate decisions, whether it's one or both of them or neither, in the future, because it didn't seem like we had that information readily available when we first brought this item, and I think it would really help us moving forward to, just explain what we're getting out of it. And how when we spend $300,000 in this way, being able to verify and confirm that our students are getting the best that they can get. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
President Angela Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon,
Yes.
trustee Donald Danair,
Yes.
trustee Cecilia Mendez,
Yes.
trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with one absent.
Moving on to item 13.1, approval of continuing Miss Joanne Morris as interim chief business official pending the hiring of a new chief business official. Is there a motion?
Yes, I would like to accept.
I second.
Motion by Mendez, second by Rico. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
President Angela Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens,
Abstain?
clerk Sophia Colon,
Yes.
trustee Donald Danair,
Yes.
trustee Cecilia Mendez,
Yes.
trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 5 with one abstention from Vice President Kenita Stevens and one absent.
Moving on to item 13.2, approval of continuing Miss Karen Coleman as interim superintendent of student support services until July 31st, 2023. Is there a motion?
I will make the motion. Cecilia Mendez.
I'll second.
Motion by Mendez, second by Zulueta. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
President Angela Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerks Sophia Colon,
Yes.
trustee Donald Danair,
Yes.
trustee Cecilia Mendez.
Yes.
Trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with one absent.
Item 13.3, approval of Dr. Susana Ramirez to serve as the district's assistant superintendent of student support services. Is there a motion?
I will make the motion. First,
Second.
Cecilia.
Motion Mendez, second by trustee Rico. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
President Angela Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens,
Yes.
clerk Sophia Colon,
Yes.
trustee Donald Danair,
Yes.
trustee Cecilia Mendez.
Yes.
Trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Abstain.
Motion passes 5 yeses, one abstention by trustee Raymond Zulueta, and one absent.
Item 13.4, approval of Mr. Casey Klappenbach to serve as the district's assistant superintendent of educational services. Is there a motion?
I will make the motion.
Second, Stevens. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
President Angela Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon,
Yes.
trustee Donald Danair,
Yes.
trustee Cecilia Mendez.
Yes.
Trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with one absent.
Item 13.5, approval of Ms. Glenn Daly, Gascott Rios, to serve as the district's assistant superintendent of human resources. Is there a motion?
I will make the motion.
Second, Stevens. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
President Angela Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon,
Yes.
trustee Donald Danair,
Yes.
trustee Cecilia Mendez,
Yes.
trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Abstain.
Motion passes with 5 yeses, one abstention from trustee Raymond Zulueta, and one absent.
Item 13.6, adoption of resolution number 23-01 for the 2023-2024 provisional internship permits. Is there a motion?
I will make the motion.
Motion by
I'll
trustee
second.
Mendez, second by Zulueta. Any discussion? Roll call vote?
President Angela Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon,
Yes.
trustee Donald Danair,
Yes.
trustee Cecilia Mendez.
Yes.
Trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with one absent.
Item 13.7, adoption of resolution number 23-02, waiver request, variable term waiver. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve.
I
Mo-
second.
Motion by Zulueta, second by trustee Mendez. Discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote?
President Angela Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon,
Yes.
trustee Donald Danair,
Yes.
trustee Cecilia Mendez,
Yes.
trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with one absent.
Item 13.8, approval of counselor education program interim memorandum of understanding between the Stockton Unified School District and the California State University Stanislaus. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to
I
approve.
second.
Second, I'm sorry, motion by Zulueta, second by trustee Mendez. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote?
President Angela Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon,
Yes.
trustee Donald Danair,
Yes.
trustee Cecilia Mendez.
Yes.
Trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with one absent.
Item 13.9, approval of new and revised job descriptions in order to expand ELOP program, ELOP daytime sports paraprofessionals, 84 FTE, executive assistant 2, 1 FTE only, ELOP site coordinator, 8 FTE, ELOP senior program specialist, 1 FTE, ELOP district coordinator, director of expanded learning, 1 FTE, and also approve the revisions to CSEA 318 and management salary schedule. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Zulueta, second by trustee Mendez. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote?
President Angela Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens,
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon,
Yes.
trustee Donald Danair,
Yes.
trustee Cecilia Mendez,
Yes.
trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with one absent.
Item 13.10, approval, the tentative agreement between Stockton Unified School District and Stockton Teachers Association, STA, to memorialize the teachers' work year calendars, 2023 through 2024, 2024 through 2025, 2025 through 2026, and modification of Article 6, teaching hours language. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to
I
approve.
second.
Motion by Zulueta, second by trustee Mendez. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote?
President Angela Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon,
Yes.
trustee Donald Danair,
Yes.
trustee Cecilia Mendez.
Yes.
Trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with one absent.
Item 13.11, approval of 22 new teacher positions, 54 paraprofessional positions, 7 speech language pathologist positions, 1 psychologist position for the special ed department for the 2023-2024 school year. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve.
I
Second.
second.
Motion by Zulueta, second by Rico. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote?
President Angela Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon,
Yes.
trustee Donald Danair,
Yes.
trustee Cecilia Mendez,
Yes.
trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with one absent.
Item 14.1, approval of architectural design firms. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second,
Motion Zulueta, second by trustee Mendez. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
President Angel Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon,
Yes.
trustee Donald Nair,
Yes.
trustee Cecilia Mendez,
yes.
trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with one absent.
14.2, approval of amendment number 2 to the Property and Casualty Claims Administration Services Agreement with Keenan and Associations. And Associates. Is there a motion?
I'll motion to approve.
I second,
Motion Zulueta, second Mendez. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
President Angel Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon,
Yes.
trustee Donald Nair,
Yes.
trustee Cecilia Mendez.
yes.
Trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with one absent.
14.3, approval to purchase document conversion services from SciTech Solutions. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I second.
Motion Zulueta, second by trustee Mendez. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
President Angel Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon,
Yes.
trustee Donald Nair,
Yes.
trustee Cecilia Mendez,
Yes.
trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with one absent.
Item 14.4, vendor payment report for the month of May 2023. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve.
Second,
Motion Zulueta, second by Mendez. Discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote.
President Angel Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon,
Yes.
trustee Donald Nair,
Yes.
trustee Cecilia Mendez.
yes.
Trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with one absent.
Item 14.5, approval to purchase EduPoint Synergy MTSS module for student information system. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I will second,
Motion Zulueta, second by Mendez. Any discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote. Roll call vote.
President Angel Ann Flores is absent. Vice President Kenita Stevens.
Yes.
Clerk Sophia Colon,
Yes.
trustee Donald Nair,
Yes.
trustee Cecilia Mendez,
yes.
trustee Alicia Rico,
Yes.
trustee Raymond Zulueta.
Yes.
Motion passes 6-0 with one absent.
No items for 15.1. No action items to return for 16.1 for closed session. We would like to adjourn today's meeting at 6:31. And thank you all for coming out.
We I got a record today.